What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SHSAT study stream, although we may be doing stuff that's a little bit more complicated than that today. But it's also a casual Friday. I just woke up. So if I'm a little slow in the head at first, you're gonna have to give me a minute. But then I will be firing on all cylinders. I mean, like, I really just woke up. Let's see what the chat's up to. What's up, Nexo? Who registered? Is registers happening? Seems early. What's up, Zhang? What's up, Levy? Yeah, we can't yet. I don't think you guys can. Your school said that you can. Interesting. Oh, right. Yeah, your school lied, or maybe they just have like some download. This is great advice, actually. What's up, Hussin? What's up, Techno? Wow, does Sakib want to know when the test is? Yeah, it probably will be October when people get the full lowdown on it. But normally they do have more information out by this time of year. I think things are particularly... Yeah, I mean, you guys know things are particularly interesting right now. Okay, we'll see you, Techno. We will be doing some math today. Does anyone have anything I should study? I ran out and Tyler didn't send me anything. Well, you should check your inbox, Levy. You should check your inbox. Old handbooks, yeah, definitely. You too, you need ELA? All right, let me make sure that I hit you back. Sakib. Too many emails. Oh my gosh. Sakib, do you have like a different name that you email under? Because I don't see you, bro. All right, well, we should get started in some sense, at least. So like I said, casual Friday. I'm a little low energy. Long week, guys. Long week, but it's Friday. We get to enjoy. So if you guys have anything, I guess I'll need to scroll to the bottom of the chat, but if you guys have anything in particular you want me to cover today, let me know, because if nothing, I'm just going to go into this couple of different books that I have and I'm going to poach. But let's see what's up. What's up, Zach? I was just talking to Zach in Minecraft, actually. I went really far away in Minecraft. I like ran away. I wanted to find a village. Redo the test you did, yeah. Yeah, it's tough. If you've done all the materials, Levy, if like the stuff I sent you, you've already done as well, like do an SAT. Do an SAT. Just give it a shot. Or a PSAT. Do one of those. You can find PSATs online. Pass me some ELA and grammar. Oh, Nexo's hooking them up. I think DOE is a mess right now. Nothing new. Yeah, how can you tell anything's different? Tyler, can you send on Discord? So the materials that I have, the file is too big to send in the DMs on Discord. So either like email me and within the first line of your email, be like, yo, it's Sakib from the streams. Because like if I get an email from like Frog Gamer 3388 and I look at the first like preview of the email and it's just like word salad, I'm like gonna skip that over. I'm gonna skip it over until I answer like from people that I know, right? Can we do SAT? Yeah, we can do SAT today. Is there anything in particular you want to work on, Luis? Casual Friday equals Minecraft stream later? Yeah, it can happen. Hi, where can I find ninth grade SHSAT? If you scroll to the bottom of the student handbook, there is if you just Google search SHSAT student handbook and click on it, you'll have to click through a bunch of different pages, but when you eventually get to it, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then scroll up just a little bit, and that will be the ninth grade kind of taster for what the math is. But if you're studying ninth grade SHSAT, you should be studying SATs. Yeah, exactly. Easy. Thanks, bro. What is your recommendation for SHSAT book? Yeah, I've talked about this before. I don't really have one, unfortunately. But if you ask the chat, they have the recommendations. I hear Tutoverse a lot. I hear Argo a lot. Barron's not as much. Kaplan I do hear some from, but TBH, the best way to prepare is to watch this channel and subscribe and to like the videos. So guys, if you haven't already liked the video, please leave a like. We love to see that. If I watched all your videos, do you think I am set? Yeah, if you went through every single one of my math instructional videos and you destroy them, yeah, you're gonna be set in the math section. Then for ELA, I think you would have to take practice tests, because unfortunately my channel just doesn't have as much ELA content, because unfortunately ELA is the most difficult to improve. Until Tyler makes an SHSAT handbook, he won't have, yeah, exactly, Techno. Once I make my book, then I will recommend that book to you. But until then, YouTube videos got me prepared. Good, man. Does the SHSAT repeat problems every year? No. Brand new test. Who's this? Well, I mean, I say that, but they may recycle problem types and then, change a number, change the presentation, that type of thing. That's common. But is it, Bob's Burger Shack, and there are prices for Cokes and burgers, and people bought X amount, they won't do that twice. But they may have another menu problem. They may have another system of equations problem like that, which is a more general category. Tyler's math boy, yeah, I'm also a super, super good ELA boy. Some actually have told me that I'm better at ELA than math. It's just very difficult to do it on stream, and it's very difficult to do without homework, because then I'd just be sitting here. And we have done reading passages like that. But for the SAT grammar section, I don't miss. Okay, hey Tyler, can you make more ELA videos for different types of reading comp questions and how to solve and stuff? Totally. That's actually very relevant, and that's a video that probably needs to get made. But the short answer for this is it doesn't really matter if you don't comprehend the passage, and if you don't read every single word in the answer choice, and if you're not comfortable reading under stress. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we can talk about how they do over exaggerations as an answer, common wrong answer choice. We can talk about how they do opposites for a wrong answer choice. We can talk about how they do half right, half wrong for a wrong answer choice. And all of those are examples of things that can go wrong. But the things that go right are very simple. It's in the paragraph, you find it and you select it. That part of the process is actually a lot simpler if the comprehension is there. But that was a long answer. Tyler, do you think Townsend Harris is better than Specialized High School? I don't know. I remember taking the SHSAT, the math was really easy and the ELA was hard. Yeah. Tyler, can we do a volume question? Yeah, we can start off with the ooh. I got a volume question for you guys. All right. Hold up. Let me find it. I got a volume question for you guys, but I want to do the exact one I'm thinking of. And it's just I made it too long ago to remember exactly where it is, but I'm going now. Where is it? Okay. This is like putting a smile. I know I don't have a face cam on, but this is putting a smile on my face looking at this old problem that I made. Okay, so let me draw you a beautiful, of course, very beautiful diagram for this. And do you guys know what a laundry chute is? CHUT, chute. It's like a big empty pillar. Not even a pillar. It's like an empty. I don't even know how to describe it. Vent, shaft. There it is. An empty shaft that's in some buildings. Where that's where you like throw your trash, so you don't have to like take the elevator or walk down like, 10 floors or whatever. So this is the actual chute itself. There'd be like a little door here for your trash or whatever. Dude, I realize how shaky my desk is. Well, I'm sorry for that, but not much you can do about it now. All right, so this is what my laundry chute looks like. Okay, hold on, I'm managing screens here, so you're gonna have to give me a second. All right, so my trash chute rather looks like this. And the opening here, if we were to kind of look at what this opening looks like, it would look like this. Okay, and all right, and I misspelled shoot twice, and that's just, that's like just for style, that's just for style. Everybody knows it's spelled CHUTE, and that's how I spelled it. But when I actually wrote it on my page, I wrote like you stubbed your toe shoot. So not the right shoot, just for your information. That is, but once you misspell it once, you got to keep misspelling it. You know what I mean? You got to commit. So what's the answer, guys? What is the answer? Does that say 612? No, that says, I should probably zoom in. That says 6 inches. That says 6 inches. That's what that says. Okay, Levy comes in with the first answer. Zhang comes in with the second. Nice. Okay, do you Storm Fusion? Techno's in too. Easy. Sorry. Giorno. Got a little bit of a split here. A little bit of a split. No, this is technically, I would say, an SHSAT problem. You should know how to do the volume of a rectangular prism. Shauna? Which is just length times width times height, right? We find the area of the opening and then we times it by the height. Sakip, Luis. Oh, okay. So Levy finally came to the realization, just like the end of the movie, standing in the rain, staring at the sky, screaming no. He realizes finally what it is. Brian coming in with a very cocky 44, very different, very cool, very swag. We love it. So this is the way to solve this. I think the fastest way to solve this is to recognize your units. We want to know how many feet deep it is. So the first thing we're going to do is find how many inches tall this guy is. And this is going to be an area of 36. So how many times this, I should go really slow through this. Length times width times height equals 36. We know the length is 6, the width is 6, and we're trying to figure out what this height is. And actually, I should have wrote the volume. You can tell this is a casual Friday, right? Spelling shoot wrong. Get my numbers a little fudged there. So 3024, 36H equals 3, because I never know how fast to go. That's like a thing. So how many times does this 36 go into 3024? 3024, 36 going into 300. Very nice. Will that be a 9 or an 8? If it's a 9, that would be 54, 59, 27. No, I think it's going to be an 8. 8 times 6 is 8. 40, 8 times 3, 24, 28. That works nice. We're going to steal here. We're going to steal there. 4, 1. Oh, whoopsies. That's going to be a 2 now, so that's 0. So 14, 140. That's probably 2. 82. Or that's probably a 4, actually, judging by the answers in the chat. All right, I got to do this division again. I'm just like not even thinking. My brain is like not even here, guys. It's like I'm like already on the weekend. I don't know if you guys are feeling that as well, but I'm like, I realized halfway through dividing, I'm like, what am I even doing? Like, what step of the division am I on? So I do believe that was 8. That's 48. That'd be 24. That's 28. We're going to have to borrow. We're going to have to borrow. That's now a 9. That's now a 12. It's going to be 4. That's going to be 144. That's going to be a 4 situation. 4 times 6, 4, 20, 12. Boom. So 84 is what you're going to get for the height of this. See, why did I just write a 3? 84 is going to be the height of this chute in inches. And I think the chat kind of already figured that out. Not that like they needed me to point it out, but just giving them enough time, they figured out that I need it in feet. That's an 8. So it is going to be 7 feet. This, like, with how sloppy my work was on this page, and like the fact that it's in red ink, it really feels like I murdered this problem in like a very horrific fashion. You know what I mean? Like, this was not a clean kill. Very, very good, though, for the people that did get it. Very nice. And for the people that got 84, I mean, you're in the game, but this is what I'm talking about with reading comprehension. This actually will kind of track back to, I forget whose comment that was, talking about reading comprehension. It's too far back now. But you guys knew the math, you guys knew what to do, but it's just keeping every single word in your head in play. That's tough, man. That's hard stuff for sure. Okay, so let's actually dip to another problem here. Now I'm going through the crypt. I'm going through the crypt of my very, very own problems. It's a little too easy. A little too easy. Okay. Because I got to make sure I push you guys. Oh, that's a good one. This might be a good confidence booster, but it also still might be challenging for the chat. So I'm gonna throw it in there. It'll be a little bit of both on this one. All right, here we go. If a hat is 45% off and now costs $110, how much was it before the sale? Angela, 110x equals 550. So what does the x stand for? What does the x represent? Why study with Tyler when you can buy the 2020 SHSAT on the dark web? I was unaware that it was being passed around this year's. That would be so tough though, because there's so many different test forms. To know which test form you're gonna get, that's gonna be tough. 200 for Levy 2, that's sweet redemption, right? Luis got 220. Got you, Luis. Crunchy, what's up, bro? Easy. Be careful what you call easy peasy, Levy. Luis is on it. Oh, Luis, too late, my man. Was that a typo? Sakib. Tyler, you skipped me. Miscellaneous? How can I skip miscellaneous? When did you get in, bro? Good to see you. Techno's on it. Okay, everybody's on it. Yeah, this is looking real good. This is looking like a real stable bandwagon over here. Now, if the hat costs, it's 45% off, right? You got to ask yourself, what percentage are we paying, right? Are we paying, let me zoom out so we can really hit them. You see that camera shake, how like dramatic that was? Do you see, what are we paying, right? What percentage of the hat are we paying? Are we paying 100% of the price of the hat? No, we're gonna get discount. In fact, they tell us how much discount we're gonna get. We're gonna get a 45% discount. So we're not gonna be paying for 100% of the hat. We're gonna be paying for 55% of the hat. So 55%, I mean, in a decimal way, 0.55 times the original value of the hat will result in what we have to pay. And that's the equation. And what we have to pay is 110. And so this is it. When we have to pay for 55% of this product, we end up paying 110. And that's kind of the word problem way to arrive at this pretty easy algebra equation, which is lovely. I mean, we'd love to see the double. So we're going to, of course, divide each side by 0.55. And I'm going to pay attention to my math while I'm doing this division so I don't let you down. Never let you down. Okay. So I move the 2 zeros over, so I have to move the 2 zeros over here. This is going to be a 2. I'm like, pay attention. All right, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, the chat's an absolute beast. I just needed to confirm it. Okay, so yeah, that's what's up. That's how it goes down. Yep. Not gonna lie, I thought Tyler got Thanos snapped. Yeah, I did for a while, but I'm back. I'm like, no, I wasn't Thanos snapped because I was in the quantum realm. Yeah, I usually work from 9 a.m. to sometimes 7 from classwork. Oh, dudes, how is that online schooling? Just love it, right? I think I calculated it wrong. Yeah. So these problems are hard, not because you guys don't know how to do an algebra equation like this guy, which is a one-step algebra equation. It's turning words into math. And if you guys were here for word problem with Thursday yesterday, we were doing word problems. So if you did not check it out, check out yesterday's video for word problems. just to practice. And honestly, it's pretty good reading comp practice too. Let's see. Tyler's brain needs re-raking. Yeah, it's totally smooth. I need more grooves. Well, now got a casual. No, I'll do a little bit more. I want to do a couple more problems here. I don't understand how Edgar Allan Poe is so famous. Um, well, people are going to look back. All right, controversial hot take. Controversial hot take coming in. People are going to look back at musicians like I'm just gonna say it, hot take, like Rihanna, who they'll look at their voice and they'll be like, oh, is their voice amazing, incredible? No, just pretty good. But if you go to like a church choir on any Sunday, or if you go to like a musical theater class or whatever, you'll find people with incredible voices, amazing voices. Then they'll never become famous musicians like Rihanna, right? She has all the other skills, which are great skills, but she's got all the other skills to make the fame thing happen. It's not, the voice is just a small part of that. And that's what I think they're going to look back at, when they look back at Edgar Allan Poe, it's going to be the same when they look back at Rihanna and they're like, well, it was good. People loved it. It has staying power. It's classic in some sense, but why did people like it so much, And it's just many factors about what's going on in the world at the time, what's popular, what's not, what seems cool, what doesn't seem cool. Like in George Washington time, like the bigger you were, the cooler you, like the more fancy it was. Like if you were super huge and all you did was eat all day, you were considered like royalty. Like that was like the look that you wanted. So things change, and I think that's also part of it too. We see the edge of your table. No, it's a black void. It's just a big black piece of wood that goes on from ever and it doesn't actually start, nor does it end. Okay. Yeah, my desk's a little mess, a little bit of a mess right now. Okay. I just saw him. Yeah, my English teacher is making us read a lot of Edgar Allan Poe stuff, and now I feel depressed. Yeah, it is kind of depressing. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, his life was sad. Yeah, dude, people back in the day lived so tragically. And it was very refined, and it was definitely civilization, and it was a polite society, but like you got like some gross disease and then you just like die and like suffer for a month because there's no medicine. It's like crazy. I have a bit good Edgar Allan Poe book with all of his work. Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing to have just because he is a legend. And, if you ever do go through an emo phase, you'll want to be familiar with his work. But, I personally just don't really get his poetry style. I don't know. I'm very picky with my poetry, and if it doesn't resonate with me, it doesn't resonate. And I'm not gonna fake and be like, oh, the wordplay, he's just so amazing. If I don't actually feel that, I'm not just gonna like hype somebody because that's like what all the really smart people do. On the other hand, if you actually really do like him, then go ahead, hype him all you want. But I think a lot of people just like find a very like famous legend of intellect, and they just latch onto that person. And it's like, it's just a writer, bro. You have the flu and you oof. I'm koofing. Tyler, you want to play Valorant? I do want to play Valorant. That's all I want to do. Bruh, but I'm really rusty, bro. I don't know if you want to play with me right now. I might need a couple warm-up games just so I don't drag you down. Just so I don't force you to carry me. Imposter cutting, utensil off, techno. I have no idea what you're talking about, bro, but great to have you in the chat as always. Liked one of his stories. Tyler, Among Us team. Yeah, I actually have been meaning to play that. But everybody's playing it now. It's like crazy. I have to say that the poet is amazing and use words such as magnificent in English to get that 100. Okay, yeah, exactly. Bust out those big words. Yeah, do it up. Definitely do it up. Yeah, that might be a weekend thing. Like, find out in the Discord who's around. But it's like generally, it's like it's a little bit more casual. It's never like, okay, is 5 people going to be here to play? I'm alright at Valorant. Haven't played in like a month. What's up, Royale Plays? The curtain is blue because the narrator is depressed. Wow, very deep. Very deep. Yeah, but that actually is like what gets said in English classes. And it's like, okay, yes. I mean, I get it. Can we do a permutation problem? Yeah. Yeah, we can do a permutation problem. Let me think of one that might be a little bit more of a challenge for you. Tyler, does the 9th grade SHSIT have a lot of hard concepts? Yes. Or is it just 8th grade SHSIT concepts at a harder level? No, it has harder concepts. So I highly recommend going through PSATs, SATs, just study math. Just get good at math. And read. Read as much as you can. Permutation problems. Okay, Paganini's in. Okay. All right, Paganini is in, so we're going to be doing a permutation problem. Let me think if I can think of a fancy one for you. Okay. I think I got one. Ha ha ha! A hard question, a very hard question. Guys, Rodolfo, my man, he arrives at work. He looks around. Nobody's there. He knows he arrived sometime between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. He knows it's not 9 a.m. He knows it's not 10 a.m. He's somewhere in between. If he was expected to arrive at 9:20 a.m., what's the probability that maybe your boy Rodolfo's early on this? And we'll take percentages or decimal or fractions, either or. Yeah. See it role plays. He's just in it. He's in it and then he's out. That's hilarious. Too hard. Bye. All right, see you, buddy. I do have a permutation and combination video. If you haven't watched those already, check those out for sure. And there's like a there's like a practice video. I think it's what it's called. So Short Tokyo is suspicious. Luis is all in. We'll go over it, Angela. Is 9 a.m. included? No, it's not. All right, 19 out of 60. That's my first weird answer. So let's see if that is the, this is gonna be your first, I'm just so out of it today. 19 out of 60, and that's Techno coming in. Being bold. Living boldly. All right, Crunchy is on the 33 gang. Feels like everybody is. It's gonna be a triumph if Techno is correct. And guys, do I know the answer? I don't, and that's the quality. That's the quality, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to try to go through this as carefully as possible because I have a feeling that, like I said, I really don't know the answer to this. So I'm going to make sure that everything is good to go here. So let's look kind of in a dumb way. Let's look at the prospective times that he can arrive, right? He can arrive at 9:01, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to list them, bros. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. He can arrive at all of those times and he's good to go. He's actually early. This is the what we want category. And we can count these up pretty easily. We have one, I'm going to dot them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we started from 1, so it will be 19, right? We have 19 times potentially that we want in this scenario. What times do we not want? We don't want 9:20 through 59. And if we were just to count that, just to make sure that everything is good to go, if we were just to count from 20 to, let's say, 29, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So from 20 to 29 is going to be 10. From 30 to 39, that's going to be another 10. From 40 to 49, that's going to be another 10. And from 50 to 59, that's going to be another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 40 possibilities that we don't want, and there are 19 possibilities that we do want. So that is kind of the breakdown. Now, what is probability? I guess this isn't a permutation problem. I guess that is where I tricked. I guess that's where the trick is that this is not a permutation problem. This is just a straight probability problem. So what is probability? What we want over the total number of items. So what we want are 19. What could be the total? 40 or 60 total times? Actually, it'd be 49 plus 19, so it'd be 59 total times. So it would be 19 over 59, and that would be the final correct answer. Techno was close, but nobody got it. Yep, that's it. Levy has it. Yep, Short Tokyo put it in the chat as well. Yeah. Bruh. What's up, Rachel? 9 to 10, exclusive or inclusive? That was exclusive. And when I read the problem, I made that pretty clear. He knows he's not there at 9 a.m. and he knows he's not there at 10 a.m. It's sometime in between. So that's it. Wow, why is it not 60? Because we are not counting 0, 0, and we are not counting 60. So if we only count one of those, like the real clock, we don't count 60, and we only count 0, 0, that'll be 6. That's really hard to explain verbally. Normally with a clock, we count semi-inclusively. Like, notice that you'll never see it being 5 minutes and 60 or 5 hours and 60 minutes on your clock. It'll just switch over to the next hour. It'll switch over to 6, right? So we actually don't count 60. 60 is the same as 0, 0. And as you know, there are 60 minutes in an hour. So if we have 0, 0 and then we count to 59, that's going to be 60 digits. But if we're not going to count 9, 0, 0, and we're not going to count 10, 0, 0, that means there's only going to be 59 minutes in that hour. I know that's kind of confusing, but you could also think of it as how many minutes is it from 9:01 through 9:59. If you had to sit in a room from 9:01 to the end of 9:59, that would be 59 minutes, not 60. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's actually the real question is, how are we counting here? Everything is 2 minutes behind. Oh, very sad, Paganini. You know, they're after your internet, bro. They don't want to give you the good stuff. Oh, and you do what's between 9 and 10, so you do 59 seconds. Yep, there it is. The more you think about it, the more you think about it, bros. But Techno, very close, but nobody got it. Nobody got it. Not anybody in the chat. Dang. Well, there are, Mama said there'd be days like this. So let me see if I can find a redemption for you guys that will be as challenging as that one. Because, I don't know. I thought that was a pretty good probability problem. I don't know. If I can shake the whole chat, I would say that's a pretty good probability problem. Or some may argue that that's a bad probability problem because nobody got it. Alrighty. I'm cruising. I'm snooping around a little bit now. Okay. These are all the same. Oh my gosh, these are all the same. This is like the worst. It's like the worst chapter, all right. Okay, there were no good questions in that. That was unfortunate. That was an unfortunate waste of time. Redemption. Yeah. All right, let's do redemption. Yeah, I would say that last question was like a pretty hard SHSAT problem, but totally fair. If that had answer choices on it, that would be a totally fair question. Because legitimately, the answer choices for that last one would be like this. They'd be like, you'd have the question, and then they would do something like this. They'd say, these would be, most likely, these would be the answer choices for that last problem. Something like this. I do not think that they would have this and like, this being 19 out of 60. I don't think that they would do that. I think that's too difficult. So I really think they'd only include one. But that would make the problem a little bit easier. Not that it's like, out of your guys' skill, but answer choices do help. Imagine reading a webtoon and enjoying it. I do have some cartoonists I follow on Twitter. Wait, but you include, no, you don't include 10 a.m. Tyler, I don't think I'm probably going to get a question like that correct on the test. Well, I don't know. Don't doubt yourself, bro. You might actually get it. I'm trying to finish my house in Minecraft by the end of the day. Oh, nice, bro. It's looking really good last time I saw it. Yeah, you would have gotten if the answer choices are there for sure. You definitely would have, but all right, it's time for redemption, guys. It is time for me to think of a redemption problem. So I'm gonna put on the music a little bit. Oh, I got one. Did I already give you guys this problem this year? I don't remember the last time I busted this problem out. So if it's a repeat, I apologize. I'm just trying to think of something difficult for you guys. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to give you answer choices for this one too. Okay. All right. All right, guys. That last problem was a little tough. You took a fall. You took a tumble. The knees of your jeans are all dusty. Your hands are all scraped up. You have to pick yourself up. You have to pick yourself up. And you have to try to redeem your honor, to redeem your dignity, to redeem yourself. That's right. This is your redemption. This is your opportunity to prove to yourself that the last problem was an exception, not the rule. The last problem can stay in the past. That's what this is. This is a time of new beginnings. This is a time of like the phoenix rising from the ashes. That could be you. That could be you. Will it be you? I don't know. I don't know. Here is your question. And I don't remember when I gave you this, so if this is like, you saw this like last week, let me know. A regular dice has the number 5 erased from one side. What is the probability I roll and get an odd number? Let's go. I changed it to oil life. All right. All right. All right. It's a trap. Yes. Oh, it was the second stream. All right. Okay, so let's go into this and let's see how it's done, guys. If the 5 is erased, it no longer counts as an odd number. So we don't have 3 odd numbers. We have 2 odd numbers. How many possible outcomes could occur? It can still come up on that side. But now it's blank. But that's still an option. The redemption was real. Congratulations. You've saved yourself. You've saved yourself from a whole weekend. A whole weekend of regret. You've done it. You've redeemed yourself. You're flying high like the phoenix, high above the ashes from which you came. Soaring high above the clouds, except for Yeet Feet. Wow. All right. It's enough of that. Congratulations to everyone who redeemed themselves. No congratulations to Yeet and Squamore, but good try, both of you guys. But to the rest of the chat, yeah, that's nice. It's 1/3, if I didn't make it clear enough. 1/3 is right. If only I could have gotten both right. Yeah, 2 in a row, bro. That would have been solid, but you redeemed yourself, so. Tyler, where would we take the 9th grade SHSAT practice test? They don't actually exist. Like, there is physically no full official SHSAT 9th grade practice test out there. They have not released it. Now, there are books that have made their version and people have made their version, but like the actual official versions like we have for 8th grade, we don't have for 9th grade. So it will make your search a little bit harder to find those practice tests. I personally don't have any, and I'm in it, so yeah. This is my first stream, lol. Well, come on back some more. You will get better. Everybody starts somewhere. But it's great that you're here, bro. Great to have you, for sure. Yeah, calling him out. Well, you know, it's all in good fun. I was going to pick C, but the reason why it isn't is because since the 5 side is blank, it won't count as an odd number, right? Exactly. I will catch on to your tricks. Yes, you will. You really will, and then you will be part of the group that demoralizes me because I can't give you a problem that you get wrong. Like, there are streams where I'll do like maybe 5 or 6 questions in a row, and the chat gets them immediately, and everybody gets them, and it demoralizes me. And I'm like, what is suffering but this? Okay. All right, bros. I think I am going to cut it short. Unless you guys have any outstanding questions for me. You guys have any pressing questions for me that I can help you with, you can drop them in the chat. But I think it's gonna be a Friday. I think it's gonna be a little bit more of a casual Friday stream. You know, we've only did like 4 questions, 3 or 4 questions, 4 or 5 questions. I forget. But will I stream Monday? I think so. I don't know. That is totally up in the air. I don't know. Is there a schedule for my streams? There is not, but if you're not already, subscribe and turn on the notifications because I'll probably stream this weekend just at a random time. You have a question? What's up, Easy? Tyler, what's the point of blend learning when all you're going to do is bring a computer to school and do online learning in school? Yeah, I don't know. What a mess, I think, is the point, right? There is no good solution. And you guys are going through it right now. That's just crazy, man. String on Monday? Well, who would play with me? You know, we would need like a crew to go in, right? How's life? That's my question. Great question, Easy Cuddy Chicken. Great question. Life's going great, dude. Super looking forward to this weekend. I'm just deciding whether I'm going to eat pizza tonight or whether I'm going to do hamburger. God, the choices, the decisions, right? Very excited. I'm not going to be working nights anymore, so I'll be streaming more often, but until I get settled in with what I'm doing now, it's like, I don't know what the stream's going to be like or if I'll have energy or whatever. Can you please stream this weekend because you missed a few days in the beginning of the week? Oh, so keep in attendance. My bad. I will be streaming this weekend, and if you guys have any questions, obviously you can look at my old streams for like if you just want to grind. But if you have questions, it's like sometimes, I don't know if you guys know this, but like when you call like a bank or something, it'll be like a voice recording, and they'll give you options. And most people don't like dealing with that, me included. I'm like, just get me to a real person to tell me what I need to know just right now. I don't want to have to click through all of your menus. Are you calling to change your address? Are you calling to check the balance of your card? It's like, just I'm calling because I'm at a gas station and my card's not working. Like, just can I talk to somebody, you know? And that's how I feel like this stream is. Like, if you have questions about, permutations, or if you have questions about geometry, or, I guess even just like SAT, SHSAT, anything like that, like, I'm here. But there also is a huge backlog. And sometimes all you do want is the mechanical thing. You just want, like, give me permutation problems. Just go to my page and search permutations. You'll find them. A reforest area needs to have at least 300 well-placed trees per acre after the first growing season. How many square meters will this give each tree on average? And then we have kilometers to acres. And she wants to know if she should round. I would not round. Because they say how many square meters, you can give that in a decimal. You can give that in a decimal place. If you know how to do this, Rachel, and you're just curious if you should round or not, I would not round. Because we're not talking about number of trees that are being placed. We're talking about how much room they have, and that can be measured in like very precise terms. So I would not round. But if you're curious on what the answer is, I'm sure you got it right. What are we going to do this weekend stream? What we going to do on the weekend streams? I don't know. I might just vibe out. I might play a little chess. I have a chessboard set up now, so I might do that. Can you do another question? Yeah, I can do another question. What type of question do you want, Levy? Minecraft stream? Maybe in a little bit. I got it. Some kid in PA got kidnapped. Yeah, I hope he gets unkidnapped, whatever that means. When there is a lecture, there's an Amber Alert. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is a great system, I think. Yeah, you could have just got a Tyler Tutor for the test prep, dude. You don't need to be hanging out with weird individuals. What are the math concepts on the 9th grade SHSAT? Rona, you have to Google search SHSAT student handbook, pull yourself up a copy of it, and scroll to the very bottom. That's where they have 9th grade. But otherwise, take PSATs, take SATs. See you, Shiny. Oh God, I rounded. Oh yeah, something that's like disgusting like that. I guess you could just put like a line over the 333 to indicate repeating, but yeah, will they take 13.5? I don't know. If you want to be really cocky, I would put both just to show, but if you had to put one, I would actually just put that because the problem doesn't indicate that it wants you to round. So another thing you can do is find out what fraction this is and just make it 13 and then whatever fraction. Who are you playing with for chess? I might be playing with you guys this weekend. I've got it set up so that we got like 2 people playing. I took a mock test that my parents had to pay for. It was yesterday, and I got 624. I got one question wrong in math. Guess why? Units. Yeah, Levy. You gotta watch those units, man. Because of that, you gave up like 20 points. That could have been a 644, right? Which is where you need to be, frankly. You need to be trying to get that 650, dude. But that's a very good score. Keep working, keep grinding. The Discord link is broken. I can put a new one. Just give me a second. Let me pull it up. Or not. Let me try again later. My Discord is like, I basically just need to reboot my computer again. Legit, aren't Amber Alerts kind of dumb? Because doesn't the kidnapper know people are coming looking for them now? Yeah. So for you guys who don't know what it is, an Amber Alert is something that got started a little bit ago. And when they know that like there's a kidnapping, like let's say someone gets kidnapped and it gets reported to the police. And it's like someone in a gray Nissan car, sedan, just drove off, grabbed somebody and drove off. He had like a gun or whatever, right? Drove off. The police then can text or send an alert to everybody's phone. Guys, we are looking for a gray Nissan car with a license plate that's kind of like this. And they release it almost immediately. And the whole point of it is to try to catch them before they get to a second location. And if you guys don't already know, that is the dangerous thing that you guys need to watch out for. Don't go to a second location with someone you don't trust. So if you are walking down the street and someone's like, yo, let's get in my whip and let's go to Coney Island or whatever, do not go. If someone is, going to offer you a ride or wants you to enter this house, don't go to a second location with someone you don't trust, because that's just how a spider traps. That's just how a spider traps, bro. And I'm not talking about real spiders either. How do you type that bar? It would look like this. Oh, how would you type it? That's a good question. How would you type it? Maybe turning it into a fraction would actually be the move here. So let me see if I can do that just on the computer really quick. So then you could just use a space bar. Okay. Decimal to fractions. So that is such a gross answer. Oh my God. That's such a gross answer. What they want you to put, that actually doesn't even work. Because it would simplify to over 9, wouldn't it? It would be repeating forever. Yeah, what is the last fraction that you got before you put it into decimal form, I guess is what I need to ask. Do you, okay. Not like, oh yeah, we just talked about that. Can you do a permutation? Yeah, I guess I didn't do a permutation question before, so I could just do it. I could finally give you guys one. That sounds like a good idea. Let me finally give you guys one. I didn't put it, oh, were you working in a calculator the whole time? Is that what it was, Rachel? Were you like working in calculator and that's just what you ended up with? Because the fraction that they're showing me is like basically just like ridiculous. It's basically like this and then everything over like the site that I'm on doesn't really show, doesn't really allow repeating. So it was just like endlessly showing that the zeros just go on forever. And then it was like this, or actually it wasn't a 1, 3, it was 4, 9, 5, 2, and then it just kept going on forever, and it's like you can't give that as an answer. I know that's really sloppy, but how did you get so good at math? I don't know. She'll have to tell you. So let's do a permutation question. Let me try to think of one that might throw you guys. Okay. I got this. Oh my gosh. These numbers are going to get really big, but you know what? You guys can handle it. Here's your permutation question, and it is complicated, so I should explain it to you. George is at a contest. The first group has 4 people in line. That's the first contest. Then they take a break for lunch. Everybody leaves. Then there's a second grouping, and that second grouping will have 5 people in line. George is going to be involved with both groupings. He went out to lunch, came back, and he's involved with the second grouping as well. How many ways could the outcome of the show allow George to be first in both lines? This might be too hard. I'm like, this might be too hard. I don't know. What do you guys think? Too hard? Too easy? Not easy enough? It's hard. All right. Give me a second. BRB. Okay. So let's actually break this problem down. I took a break, I walked away from the desk, and now I'm back. And in my stroll around my really beautiful apartment, I should show you guys my apartment sometime. I'm really loving it. But around my stroll of my apartment, I realized that this problem is probably too hard. But there are aspects of the problem that you guys need to know. Let's talk about the first group. How many different ways can the outcome occur where George is first? Now, we have 4 spots in the line. And our boy George, I'm laughing because that's actually like a name of like this really old musical artist. But our guy George is going to be first in this line. That's what we want. But how many ways can the line be where that happens? But our boy George has to sit here. This is George, and there's only one George, right? How many people could be here, here, here? Now that's a permutation, because standing next to George, there are 3 people who potentially could be standing next to him in this group of 4. There's George and 3 others. And so, of course, everybody wants to stand next to him, but eventually one needs to be picked, and once we pick one, there's only 2 options for this guy. And then once we pick one, there's only 1 option. So when the order matters, like in this case, this is going to be 6 options potentially for this line. If we look at the second one, it's the same thing but with 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, George is going to be first, but now there are 4 options to stand next to him. And once we pick somebody, then there will be 3, then there will be 2, then there will be 1. And so this will be 24. So those are the 2 potential amount of lines that can be created with George being at the front of them. So to answer the full question, you would just multiply these together. That's the game. So then you would just do 24 times all of the possibilities that could have happened, and for 20, 12, 14, 144 is our answer. Did anybody get this? No. That's okay. Oh, is it 144? Bruh, that is like real G. Zang. Levy's got it too, yeah. Ishvac, yeah, very close. Luis, yep, I was close. Yeah. So that's how this problem goes down. That's how permutations go down. And if you think about it, out of every single one of these 24 possibilities can be paired with 6 of these possibilities. So that's where the multiplication comes from. Just if you were curious where it comes from. It's not that hard. You made it sound hard. Wow, isn't that a lesson, actually? That actually is a super huge lesson. And I'm glad you brought it up. If I can affect your mental game, if I can affect the way that you view a problem, I've already got my finger on you. You know what I mean? If you like open up the test and the very first problem is this massive, complicated word problem, even if it's really easy to answer, even if the solution is actually kind of simple, that will put you in a certain type of way. That will get you feeling a certain type of way. Why'd you multiply the outcomes for each other? So let's just look at it from the opposite perspective here. Like, let me actually just give these guys names. Let's say this is A and this is B and this is C. So let's say our first line is George and then A and then B and then C. We could also have George, A, and C, and B. And what's going to be interesting about this is we're going to get 6 potential lines that it could be, right? I'm not going to write them all. But this is half of them. These are half of the potential line outcomes that we could get with George being first. With every single one of these, there are 24 possibilities that could pair with it. Let's say we get this line here. There are going to be 24 different second lines that will go with it. And there will be 24 separate lines, second lines, that could go with this one. There would also be 24, and so see, we're adding multiples of 24 every single time, which is multiplication. So that's how that one goes down. Tyler, how did you get into the tutoring scene and YouTube? I got into the tutoring scene because I was working in kitchens. I worked in a kitchen as originally just like cleaning ketchup containers, but eventually like managing and running the kitchen during brunch time. That was like my job. I've never been out to brunch. Like, so many people in my generation are all about brunch. Maybe once or twice in my life, but I never go to brunch. I'm always working brunch. I'm always the one working, but I was working in kitchens, and it was like, it's like the military. Kitchens are kind of like the military, where it's like very strict. You got to work hard. You're going to get yelled at. You're going to get screamed at. That's just all par for the course. That's just how it is. That's just how cooks are. That's just how they are. And I was just getting kind of burnt out by the vibe. And I don't actually like cooking. I was just very good at like mentally organizing the kitchen. And so I was like, I need to get a new job. And I saw that there was a tutoring place opening, and they got my resume, and then all they asked were my SAT scores. I sent them my SAT scores. This is Kaplan, like forever ago. And I sent them my SAT scores, and then they hired me immediately. There was like an interview process that they made me go through, which was hilarious now looking back on it, but all the person did was just berate me the whole interview. The whole interview, they just tried to test my composure to see if I would like snap or like get mad or like get frustrated. But like, I'm so laid back, like you can't get under my skin. Like, what are you going to say to me? So that's like, the interview was no problem past that. And then once I was working for Kaplan, then you're in, I'm a quote, quote, a tutor. They gave me like minimal training and then sent me to Bay Ridge to teach an SHSAT class. Or I'm sorry, they sent me to Sheepshead Bay. And that's it. That's how I started. And then I learned, and I started talking to my coworkers, and I was like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Like, I was teaching SHSAT classes at that time, and I would like talk to other people who were teaching the class, and I'm like, you guys are like, for lack of a better word, dumb. Like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. And so I started like learning and doing more on my own, and people started hearing about me and hiring, just me. They would just call me directly and be like, yo, we heard you're a really good tutor. Can we just hire you? Do we even have to go through Kaplan? And, keep in mind, these were not Kaplan customers. These were just, developing a reputation goes beyond just family friends. It's, a wider network, comments online, things of that nature. I have no control over, and so people would contact me, and I eventually stopped working for Kaplan. They wouldn't give me enough hours. They wouldn't give me enough students, and they wouldn't make me full time. And I was like, why not? Like, I'm really good. So people started hitting me up. I started doing that, and then it just kept happening. That's kind of how I got into the tutoring. The YouTube thing is actually a little bit of a different thing because I had moved from New York to LA and I was thinking, okay, so I'll never do SHSAT again. All right, that's done. Like when I'm in LA, there are no specialized high schools. So I was like, okay, so I have all this knowledge. I think I'm pretty good at it. What can I do with it? I could just forget it and that'd be it. But I was like, I'm gonna make all of the concepts. And I made a video that explained all of the concepts in at least the math side and the reading side as well of the SHSAT. Why I started live streaming, I don't know. I guess since I had the YouTube page and people started coming around, the comment section started growing, and I just thought, I just saw all the different features you could do. So that's kind of how I got into live streaming of that. Levy, in your opinion, do you read the question first? Yeah. I don't. I read the passage first because I have a easy time keeping the information in my head. But some people, they really, really do super well when they read the questions first. You have to try both. You really have to try both. What's your strategy at reading? Yeah, I read the passage first 100% of the time. But that's just because it's like I have pretty good retention. Before they were famous, Tyler Tutor. Yeah, before I had 1,000 subs, bro. Where were you? Where were you before I had 1,000 subs? Not like 1,000 subs is like like anything too spectacular. 13 to 18 question wrong. Bruh. Yeah, it will just hurt you. Yeah, because you don't know what the test is, like how hard the test is. Maybe Levy got like a very easy form. Maybe you got a really hard form. Maybe Levy was just in the zone and just crushing it, and maybe you had an off day. It's like very hard to compare yourself to other people unless you take the exact same test on the exact same day at the exact same time. You know what I mean? Which is what the SHSAT is. But Zach, you're good, man. Keep grinding, bro. You'll be all right. I got faith. Tyler, do you know anybody in a pyramid scheme? Yes. Yeah, I do. There was one that was called Cutco Knives. Cutco, like Cut Company, the Cutco Knives. And you would go door to door with a suitcase full of knives, and you would walk into people's homes and open up your suitcase and go, hey, can I sell you a knife? And they were just average knives, but you don't keep all the money. You obviously you have to pay for the knives from the company, and then the prices are so that you get a little bit extra. But of that little bit extra you get, you don't get to keep all of it. You have to send, I forget the amount, but let's just say you have to send half of it to your boss, and your boss has to send half of it to his boss. And if you really want to make real money, like actual salary, you need to sign up Cutco knife salesmen to work for you. And so don't you see, you'll hire a bunch of Cutco knife salesmen, and you'll be like, haha, now my life is easy because they'll all be working. There'll be 9 of them working for me, and they'll be sending up a little bit of money to me. But then those 9 salesmen, a couple of them start hiring people to sell knives for them. Do you see? And then those people hire more people to sell knives for them. And it's not really hiring them, you're just telling them to do it because you don't get paid unless you sell knives. And so my friend was sitting in people's kitchens being like, guys, trust me, this knife is $40, but you'll have it for the rest of your life. Look how sharp it is. And he would like cut different things. It was like ridiculous. It was like so dumb. I think he did it for like a month. It was insane. One of my teachers was telling me reading the questions first is a bad idea because when you have to read books in high school and college, you won't be able to read the question first. Yeah, it could be that you get used to it. I'm always very I'm always very kind of suspicious of that line of leverage. Be like, you have to do this because in high school and college, you'll have to do it. Dude, I know people who didn't do anything through all of high school and all of college. Like you can hype it up that it's going to be difficult. Then they'll take it seriously. But dude, when you get to high school, do you know what they're going to say? In college, they're going to take it seriously. And when you get to college, you know what they're going to say? Once you get your job, they're going to take it seriously. And once you get a job, do you know what they say? They don't say anything because you have a job. So I wouldn't worry when people say you have to do something because the next level will be so hard. Chances are that doesn't apply to you anyways, Zach. But do what gives you the most correct answers, period. Don't do something just because you think it's the right way to do it, but just shoot for those right answers. So that's kind of my opinion on that one. What's up, Luis? It's like based on commissions. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. So it was based on commissions. So you would sell a $40 knife, you would get $6 of that, and then you'd give $3 of that to your boss. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's not like, oh, how stupid is he to fall for that? Some of the richest, quote, quote, smartest people in the world fall for pyramid schemes all the time. All the time. It's not like you get so rich and successful that you're perfect and you don't fall for scams anymore. Just the scams cost you a lot more money. If you look up someone like Bernie Madoff, he was dealing with billionaires. These are some of the most successful, could even argue, the most intelligent people we have to offer, and they fell for this guy who's running a pyramid scheme out of his apartment in Manhattan. You know what I mean? It's like, it's wild. You got to watch out. You got to watch out in the world. You got to make sure that, they say you got to bite the nickels you're given. I don't know if they even say that, but bite the nickels you're given. Make sure it's not a wooden nickel, right? I'm just here to help the stream. Yeah, Zach's a member. You're good to go, bro. Always like having you here. Yeah, you shouldn't be depending on it in school, but you should. Wait, have you already taken it? Oh, I didn't know you were in 8th grade, bro. Congrats. Or you're in freshman, I guess, is how that works out. Where did that track go? Yeah, you shouldn't be dependent on it in school, but you should still use any method for the SHSAT. Even if your teachers don't like the method, yeah, you just got to get it done, bro. You just got to get it done. But I will forget what I just read. Yeah, that can happen too. You got to customize it to yourself. Yeah. Who can tutor me on Discord? At least you can just ask who can tutor you in the future. No one can help you. Just in case you would know, no one can help you. And I'm sure actually somebody can help you. I actually heard about a Discord server where I don't want to blow up people's kind of spot by naming the server, but it's where people can go and there are tutors there just hanging out. It's kind of like this stream where you can go and you can ask questions and, one of the smartest people in the world is hanging out with you. Honestly, you can fake school. Yes, so true, bro. So true. You can fake it. You can finesse it. Like, for example, I remember my freshman year of high school, I got a B in my science class. It was like a B+. It was like 89%. And another girl in my class also she had like an 88% B+. She just missed it, just like me. She went into the teacher's room after hours and bawled her eyes out and cried and begged, and the teacher changed her score to an A. So I'm stuck with the B and she has an A. We both did pretty much the same in the class. So, that's very true in school and it's true in real life. What matters is what you get at the end of the day. If you have to study 3 or 4 hours a day and you're getting mostly B's, or if you have to study 0 hours a day and you're getting mostly A's, who are they going to say is the better student? You know what I mean? So yes, it's important to work hard, but it's also important to make sure that you get your assignments in, to make sure that you get your report card looking the way that you want it to. Because ultimately that's all that matters. Like when at the end, when they're looking at your transcript of like your grades, they're not going to be like, whoa, he studied 4 hours a day and got straight B's. Come look at this other student, this lazy student got straight A's. No, they don't care if you're lazy or hardworking. They just care about what the grade is. So what I'm saying is you can fake it, you can finesse it, there are a lot of ways to get it done. And that's true in work too. You know, there's a lot of ways to get it done. That's all I'll say about that. What are we talking about? I don't even know, bro. My same teacher was telling us about analytical reading or something. He used to be a college professor. He's not really my teacher, more like a family friend. That's Joe. Yeah, I mean, it can get, I mean, as far as like reading comprehension goes, they've chopped it up into a lot of different kind of conceptual areas. I would be interested to, know what he thinks about analytical reading. It's a good resource to have. I was about to join a pyramid scheme in middle school. They used to sell sodas and wanted me to get the supply. I said no. Good, miscellaneous. You're not a sucker. You're not a mark. Since ELA is not my first language, I'm really bad at ELA. Well, keep working on it. Watch my grammar videos, read as much as you can. Real estate get paid by commissions and they make bank. Yeah, that's so true. Real estate has a low barrier of entry. Anybody pretty much with a high school or college degree can do real estate. You just like sign up for this like class. It costs some money, but you sign up and you get certified. There are so many people who are certified. But if you can actually break into it, if you can start selling condos, if you can start selling houses, maybe start selling bigger houses, then the money is really good. Because if you sell a house for like, let's just say $400,000 and you get a percentage of that, you're gonna be walking away pretty good. Do that a couple times a year. Let's do a word problem. Okay, let me see if I got one. Gender advantages work both ways, which is something people don't understand. I agree. Yeah. How similar are the practice tests in the handbook compared to the actual test? Pretty similar. About as similar as you're going to find. In fact, those are probably the best practice tests you can get. Planet crunchy ears. Can you get a good job by going to a normal college? It's not about it. Well, it's about where you go. But if let's just say you go to Yale and you get a degree in communications and art history, you're not going to be having as many job openings as if you go to some public state school, University of Illinois, right? And you get a degree in macroeconomics, or you get a degree in engineering, or you get a degree in computer science. If you go to a state school and you get a computer degree, you will have a better chance to get a job than someone who went to a fancy Ivy League school and got like a degree in like social work. Do you know what I'm saying? So yes, obviously the computer engineers from fancy Ivy League schools get better offers and get better salaries than the computer engineers from smaller schools. Not always, but a lot of the times. But it's much more about what your major is. Keep in mind, college is not daycare. You don't go just to get the experience. If you're like thinking, I want to go to college just to get the college experience, don't pay them tuition. Like don't just move near a college. Like just move near a college and get an apartment and get a job. That's like, you'll save so much more money and then you'll also get the college experience, bro. So if you have friends who are going to college, just follow them. How similar? Okay. I know people who know more English than me because it wasn't their first language. Yeah, that's true. People also study vocab much harder that way. One of the best tips I learned about writing essays is using the thesaurus. Yeah, the source is pretty good. You don't want to get caught saying something that you don't understand. If someone's like, "Oh, what an interesting word. What did you mean by fastidious?" And you're like, fastidious? What did I mean?" You know, in some countries, they learn all the grammar, and it's like U.S. education system. Yeah, exactly. They do not put an emphasis on retaining the form or structure of the language, which is unfortunate. Oh, do we have a murder in the chat? Oh my goodness. Somebody call the cops. Techno's computer is so hot. Your mom absolutely murdered in the chat. We have to check in on Techno later, see if he survived that brutal mogging. Why? I got perfect in math and 4 wrong in ELA in the handbook. I feel like it was too easy. Ooh, I'm doing 2013 practice tests, which are more difficult. Hey, bro, are you doing the 2013 practice test that I sent you? You check your inbox? I actually don't know John Jay for college law, so I can't really answer that. Yeah, Paganini. Where did you go to law school, Paganini? I need to see your degree, bro. I need to see that you passed the bar examination. 2018 to 2019 was very hard, in my opinion. I would say it's harder than 2019, 2020. They've been getting easier. I will say that. Still want the Discord link? I don't think I can get it today, bro, but I will. If you see me around this weekend, hit me up when I restart my computer. I just can't restart my computer midstream. You know, I'm not Dr. Disrespect with the 2 CPU setup. I got the single CPU setup, so I can't restart. And I just don't feel like logging into my Discord on the browser because I don't have the password in front of me. Can you vote another problem? Yeah, I can find another problem. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, here's a good one. Let me write this one out for you, bros. Okay, you'll have to excuse my handwriting because I wanted to get this one out to you, bros. But it will have answer choices. John works for his father 3/4 of the year and for his mother for the rest of the time. What is the ratio of the time he spent working for his mother to the time spent working for his father? Whoa. I'm not going to write down names, but Luis is on B, Yeet is on C, B he's on, Zhang's on C. Angela is thinking maybe C. Techno's on B. Yo, is Venna in the chat? If she's in the chat, if Venna's in the chat, we will do an age game. But, or, actually, maybe we'll see. We'll see. I can't make any guarantees. I mean, B, Zhang, you want to change it up? You want to switch it up? Paganini thinks it's C. Gray Grenade, what's up, Gray? Thinks it's B. That is the correct way to spell gray, by the way. Sakib's on B. Shauna's on B. Okay, so let's see what this is. What we're doing is dealing with ratios as fractions, which is the worst presentation for ratios ever. Because normally a fraction is part over whole. But when you indicate that you're using it as a ratio, we are comparing this to that. And that is why I personally never build ratios with fractions. Because how do you know if we're dealing with part over whole or this to that? Kind of not great. But that's what the problem is, and so we're going to cut our way through it. We are dealing with comparing this to that. The time he spends working for his mother, I think, is self-explanatory, being 1/4. Comparing that to the time he spent working for his dad, which is 3/4. Because these have the same denominator, we can actually just cut the denominators completely, and it's going to be a 1-to-3 relationship. So that's why the answer is going to be B. Now, if you have C as an answer, C is it as a fraction, because if it's 1 part mom and 3 parts dad, that's going to be 4 parts total, and that would justify the 4 in the denominator there. So if you do have C, I feel for you, but that is not. Yeah, easy, B gang. This was easy peasy. Yeah, people still missed it though because it's represented as a fraction. Its ratio is represented as a fraction, which is trash. Why would you represent ratios as fractions? I don't even get that. But then again, I put that problem in front of you, so really it's me who's the trash. I should have changed it. So whatever. Let me see if I can get another one real quick. These are kind of simple questions. Yeah, these are all too easy. The rest of these are going to be easy. Can you talk about your thoughts on when this whole pandemic is going to end? I hope it will end sooner rather than later. I have a feeling, you could say I have a hunch, that it will end in November. Or I guess when we have some medicine for it. Not casual. This is, Techno is calling me out. Very true, very true. This is definitely not a casual stream. I thought it was going to be it's a casual stream. We've done 6 problems? Yeah, I mean, so sad. I missed so much the stream. Iron Ore, great to have you, bro. What a time to be alive. Couldn't agree with you more. Could not agree with you more, bro. Do a hard one, please. I want to retake the SHSAT. I don't know if I have a hard one ready for you guys. Tyler, how do I do extracurriculars this year? I don't know, bro. Are you asking? Well, I got to know why you're asking. Are you asking because you just want to socialize with people? Are you asking because you're thinking ahead to your college applications? Or are you asking because you just want to get more involved with your school and your community? What's your motivation? But I know you guys are Dude, I feel for you guys so hard. Like just what you guys are having to go through is just like ridiculous, ridiculous. Like there's no reason why you guys are sitting in front of a computer and not like socializing with other people. Like at the very least, they should stop trying to teach you anything, because why does it matter? And they should spend the time on the Zoom class for you guys just to kick it with each other. You guys should be playing Among Us. You guys should be, kicking it with the other people who are your age. Like I guess like this chat. Again, I'm going to pat myself in the back a little bit here. This is what it should be. It should be an opportunity for you guys to communicate with each other, socialize with each other, and kick it, because that's what school's about, frankly. I think it's going to end after the election season. Yeah, that's kind of why I think November. Why that time? That's why I think it'll be November. I think the politics will calm down about it. Everything is so elevated. It's hard to really get the facts, right? Because there's so much riling up of people on both sides. So, I have a feeling once the election kind of calms down, people kind of hit the ground again and realize that, the world will continue spinning, then we'll be able to address it in a pretty common sense way. I mean, 99% survival rate. Like, we're looking at something that isn't, it's not like orange, it's not like mustard gas. It's not like Agent Orange. These like, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but in World War I, most of the warfare, and this is World War I, so this is like this is like literally 100 years ago. This would be like a bird's eye view of the battlefield, and it would just be people in these two trenches just standing there. And there would be lines of these trenches. So even if these dudes like were super brave one day and just ran straight into the other people and forced them out, these people would just go to the next line and the next line. And just people, it was a meat grinder. People were just being destroyed. And they used in this area mustard gas. And this was a military grade poison. If you came in contact with it, you're done. You're done, right? Your lungs are done. Your skin will peel. You're done. And, what the pandemic is not that. There are a lot of medical things. Our medical system has done a really great job to make sure that we're not overcrowded, that the hospitals have enough beds, and that there's enough places for people to get better. And we know so much more about it and what helps it. It's not like a movie where it's like, oh my God, close your windows, tape everything shut. It's not a weapon. It's not like a chemical weapon. It's just a really bad flu, really, really bad. And it is man-made in some sense, but, we actually don't know everything, But yeah, it's not like, guys, oh my God, it just got set off. If you don't have a gas mask in the next 10 seconds, you're not going to make it, So I have a feeling that, once we're able to like kind of relax a little bit, then we'll kind of figure out a way to make it more manageable. You can see the success stories in other countries that are smaller than us, and I have no doubt that we will be successful in handling it as well as one. Let's see. Social skills, they don't exist anymore. Yeah, dude, very, very true. And not only are you guys like totally stifled socially, but everything you guys do is on cam. Even when you guys are just out and about at a party or just hanging out with friends, it's all on camera, potentially. So you guys are like, it's really tough for you guys right now. Like, it's tough, I will say. Opponent problems. Have you seen this one, Zhang? I actually think I just gave you my harder ones. Let me see if I can find you. Oh, you know what? Someone sent me a problem recently that someone took from my website and did, and so we'll do it. I don't know if they took it from my website. I don't know if someone sent it to them and they didn't know, and so they just used it. But it's a good problem, and yeah, it's kind of an exponent problem too. So it's kind of a difficult. This used to be what the SHSAT was, bros. So let me whip this up really quick, just so Zhang can have something to look at. And this won't be to scale. Sorry, bro, won't be to scale, so you can't just like look at it, but you will be all right. You'll be all right. Oh man, I punched through. And then there are three. Let's just call this A, B, C, D. And this is sloppy, right? But I just wanted to get this problem out. Wow, another misspelling. But I'm going to leave it perimeter. So here's a question. All 6 of these rectangles are the same size. The area of ABCD is 54 inches. What's the perimeter of the shape? Let me catch up on the chat. I'm like really far behind. I do it for Princeton, Yale, Harvard, and Stanford. Yeah, well, go shoot your shot, bro. Do it. Work hard. Like the stream? Yeah, bro. Can you do another problem? It's on the screen. It's so hard doing full online school. Yeah. I do it full time. It's just pain on my body, bro. That's really tough. You play Among Us during class? Very cool. Nice. My math class, but more chilled. Chill. Nice. That's cool, man. That's very cool that your teacher's doing that for you guys. I have a hard time believing coronavirus happened at the same time as election season for most of the country. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's another thing on the pile. Yeah, very crazy, I will say. Very crazy. Almost too crazy, right, Zach? Hi, I got 100 on my Regents homework. Yay! Good job, good job, bro. I think the Russians rushed through the mustard gas when they were fighting the Germans. Yeah, people did crazy things during those times, bros. Crazy, crazy time. What about ketchup gas? Yeah, not for these dogs. Okay, I think I'm finally caught up on the chat. All right. Okay, I'm finally caught up. So Luis says 30, which is 12 plus 18. Levy agrees, but you might be wrong. Techno agrees. Zhang agrees. Unretrack. Okay, so let's go into it and let's talk this one down. Obviously, if there's going to be 6 of these rectangles, then we have to figure out the size of each of these rectangles, I guess. And that would be 9. So all of these, as far as we care, have an area of 9. So what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to label the short side of these rectangles X and the long side of these rectangles Y. So we have a Y up top, a little bit of X right here, big Y over here, little X right here, and a big Y right there. And that is ultimately going to be what our perimeter is, all of these X's plus all of these Y's. But one thing that you'll notice about these Y's is that the Y's are exactly 4 X's tall. So since the Y is exactly 4 X's tall, we could just substitute in a 4X for a Y. So this would be 4X instead. This would be 4X. And this would be 4X. So now we can attempt to try to find the perimeter here. It's going to be 6X on each of these sides, 4X on each of these sides. So that's going to be 20X. And that will be the perimeter, is 20X. Okay, so now what? Now would be the question. So I guess now we need to figure out what X and Y equal. We know that the area of each of these rectangles is going to be X times Y, and we also know that the area of these rectangles is going to be 9, so we know that XY equals 9, so I guess that helps us in some aspect of it. And then we could play around and say that X is 1 and Y is 9, because that would satisfy it really easily and that looks correct. But There's really no way to know. So what we need to do is incorporate the last piece of information that we're given, this 54 inches squared. And that's an area. So an area equals length times a width. And in this case, that's going to be a y times, well, I guess we could just use the x's because that's what we're using. It'd be 4x times 6x. So it'd be 4x times 6x. 54 is going to equal 24x squared. Don't forget that x squared because it's an x times an x. We can divide both sides by 24. And what happens? 24, 48, that's going to be a remainder of 6. So a remainder of 6 over 24. This would be 1/4. That does not, I do not like that at all. So this would be 27 over 12. Nope, I made a mistake somewhere. Where's my mistake, bros? Where is my mistake? That is 4. Did I draw it wrong? No, that's drawn correctly. Let's see. There is a there is a mistake in here. I'm guaranteeing it. But where? Where did it go? 54 times 4x. That would be 4x for sure. That would be 4x, 5x, 6x. So that would be 24x squared. I guess. Is it 54? What? I guess Tyler is human. Yeah, I guess. 54 over 24 equals x squared. Yeah, that's what I have. I guess I could take the square root of both of those, but that would just be kind of ornery, I guess. So the square root of 54, what that would come down to, it'd be 17 and 2, so it would be just the square root. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be 17 and 2. That's my apologies. It would be 27 and 2, which breaks down into 9 and 3, which breaks down into 3 and 3, and so we have our square there. So it would be 3 rad 6 over, and then the square root of 24. So that'd be 6 and 4, which is 2 and 3 and 2 and 2. So that would also be 2 rad 6. So that'd be 2 rad 6. So that cancels out. So it'd be 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 equals x. So actually, Levy, I am not human. I did not make a mistake there. All these numbers were actually correct. 54 over 24 is correct. X is 3 over 2. So we actually couldn't just plug in our numbers there. That would be incorrect. And so now we need to just calculate what the perimeter is now that we know what x equals. So we're going to throw that into what our perimeter is, which is all of these sides added up. I know this work is like all over the place, but it's like I'm 2 hours into a math stream, bros. We're just doing the thing. So it's going to be 20 times 3 over 2. You'd love to see the cancel. 10 times 3, and it's going to be 30, and the chat's on it. What's new? What is new? The chat is on it. That is the answer. Good job. So that's it. That's how you do that one. Very good, chat. That was a difficult question. Very happy. Yeah, I was right. I was actually right. So can't be human. I'm beyond that. I don't make mistakes. The only time you will see, and I guess I should clear the air about mistakes. There will be times that you see me do math incorrectly from time to time. You will see me do a division problem wrong. You will see me use incorrect numbers. You will see me omit a sentence from a word problem. Just know that that's all part of the process. That's all part of your guys' education, right? I do it for you guys. So if I make a mistake, you might be like, "Oh, he's making a big mistake," but that's just that's all you see. Behind the scenes, there is no mistake. Behind the scenes, everything's going according to plan. And I'm seeing if you guys catch me. I'm seeing if you guys are on your toes. So, I actually don't I was just thinking to myself, oh my gosh, did I make a mistake? But in my head, I'm like, oh, am I purposefully doing this wrong for a reason? And then I thought about it, and then I saw what you guys said, and I was like, no, I don't need to throw a mistake in here for you guys to catch. You guys, we'll just do the problem. It's not a big deal. Angela, I wish I would have read. I wish I would have read your question before I crumpled the paper and threw it away. I got 4x because a y, the side with the y on it, was the same length as 4 of the small sides of the rectangle stacked on top of each other. It's like, you know, when you go to the grocery stores, they might stand up one item and then have a bunch of it stacked behind it on its side. But because they considered packaging, when you stack an item on its side, it's the same height as the item standing up so that it could be, you know what I mean, boxed in a square. But I don't know. This isn't casual. This is a hardcore Monday stream. Dude, this is a hardcore Monday stream. What am I doing? I'm lost on the rails here. Same excuse he said last year. What excuse are you talking about? Nine times 6 equals 54, so 9 plus 6 equals 15, 15 times 2 equals 30. I don't know that. Yeah, if we can get, you know what, I'll tell you, if we can get 30 likes on a stream, I will play Among Us. But not until we get 30 likes. Right now, I think we're at 15. So we have a lot way to go, but I believe in you guys. Tell your friends about the stream. But if you use other numbers, it won't work, yeah. Hardcore Monday stream, but barely done 15 problems. So true. Very lazy, long stream. When I took the SHSAT, I was expecting harder math questions. Yeah, well, that just means you got an easier form, maybe, or you just studied really well. But good for you, Hosen. 3 likes on stream, come on. We must. Guys, alts quick. Yes, get in your sock puppets. 30 likes, let's go. 10 more to go, guys. 10 more to go. What's that meme? It's like girls on Instagram get 1,000 likes just for showing off. But this nun has been sewing quilts for the homeless for 10 years. Will she get any likes? And like people post a picture, right? They're just like mining dopamine. But that's like the meme. It's like Minecraft YouTubers get tens of millions of subscribers, yet Tyler Tudor only gets 1,000? We live in a society. Almost a 2-hour super stream. Yeah, congratulations to everybody who's been sticking it around. I think Zhang, you have been around the whole time, bro. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm probably gonna jump on Minecraft after this, no lie, but I don't think I'm gonna do it on stream just because I want to like put on some music in the background. I don't want to get copyright striked again. Maybe I should move to Twitch. Maybe I should move to Twitch so I can play tunes while I'm playing Minecraft. Because guys, there's so much good music out there that I want to share with you guys. Like the Kanye instrumentals, but they keep taking them down. Keep taking them down. Tyler is probably the best saver as a smaller YouTuber. Is probably better as a smaller YouTuber. Yeah, I mean, at least I can like respond to your comments. If it was just like some chats where it's like a comment gets written and then immediately flies to the top, like that would make things difficult for sure. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't tell your friends, that you shouldn't share the videos, that you shouldn't subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, sorry, I see that comment that you put, sorry, I'm not gonna approve it, but so true, so true. Stream on DLive, yeah, actually, you know what? Make a Twitch. Should I do Twitch or DLive? That's the question. I feel like there's more people on Twitch, but I feel like, do they let you play music and like YouTube videos on Twitch? I don't know. I don't really watch like streamers, like for the most part. I do watch live streamers, but like I don't have like, you know, like I don't really get that deep into it, you know. Twitch is way more people, yeah. Bold of you to assume I have friends. Hey, Luis, you're my friend. We're both gonna make it, bro. We're gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. Greg Grenades, subscribe to Tyler Tutor 2. Yeah, that's my alt account. I don't think so on Twitch, but they shouldn't care about you since you're smaller. Very true. You get money from subs on Twitch. Oh, that's good to know. Get Twitch guidelines. So I may, you know what? You guys are once again, the chat has inspired me. Maybe that's what I'll do this weekend. Maybe I'll throw up a Twitch stream. Maybe I'll get on Streamlabs so I can stream on multiple platforms. 5 more likes. Yeah. Well, guys, what can I say that hasn't already been said? It's the iconic ending. Here's my web address. That's all I'm giving out right now. My email is full. My Discord DM is full. That's it. That's it for this iconic ending. But if you haven't already, play Deep Mine. All right, I'll see you guys this weekend. I'll probably be on the Minecraft server later if you guys are going to be kicking it. See ya. Have a great weekend.